Look at my eyes. How you doing, guys? Welcome to Girl Talk Tuesday. My name is Matty Sende. This is Real Talk Tuesday. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys just get in. I know I'm about a minute early, but you guys just go ahead and get in. Whilst you do that, I'm going to tell you what our topic is for today. Today, we are really talking about how to build your audience, why you must build your audience by all means necessary. That is our topic for today. So I'm going to give you a moment to just get comfortable, get seated, and let me know who you are and where you're watching from in the comment section. Okay? All right. Cool. I know I am really early today, and I want it to be early because last time, just to let you know, we had so many tech problems, which is why I'm a little bit early today. This is a good thing, right? Being early is a good thing. Don't you think so? Do you think so? Do you agree with me? No? No? You're not sure? Hello. How you doing? How you doing? Virtual hugs to you. High five. Virtual hugs. Let me know who you are, where you are watching this from. How do we know each other? I would love to know, how do we know each other? If we do know each other on YouTube, or if we know each other and you're coming from Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, let me know who you are. How you doing, my friends? How you doing? How you doing? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. It is so good to see you. So I'm just checking my phone because other people are like, are you on? Are you on? Yes. So just bear with me one moment, guys. Yes, this is how it is. So in the meantime, whilst we're getting ready, if you just go in the comments and let me know who you are and what part of the world are you watching us from. I gotta take out this music, otherwise I might get in trouble with YouTube. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, I've got my people saying to me, where are you, Natty? Where are you? Where are you? I am here. Okay. Okay. I am so excited. Happy new month, guys. Happy new month to you. If you are watching live with us, if you're watching on replay, happy new month. It is so good to see you. Okay, it's so good to see you. I am excited. Today we are only doing this live directly from YouTube because there was so many tech issues with Restream, and I have to apologize because I use Restream and not other stuff. So yes. So just bear with me. And I know that last time there were problems with the internet and you didn't hear me properly, and I do apologize. I'm really new at this whole thing on the restreaming via the multi platforms. So really bear with me. So hello from Pakistan. How you doing? How you doing? It's really good to have you here. It's really good to have you. So let me just reintroduce myself really quickly. My name is Matili Sende. I am your host for tonight, and I am originally from London. Well, not 100% originally, but I am from London. I'll tell you a bit more about me. So, what do you get on Real Talk Tuesday? So let me tell you about Real Talk Tuesday. Real Talk Tuesday is my weekly show where I talk about visibility, confidence, and really allowing you to stand out. So, and mindset. So, I really help you to dig deep into those issues that stop you from becoming more authentic and speak with confidence, whether it's on stage and on camera. So, what you need to know about me. So, as I said before, my name is Matilisi Minsende. I am a speaker, author, trainer, lifestyle motivator, which means I love inspiring people like yourself. So, if you're watching this channel, you will get simple tips, simplified way of understanding how to make your life more authentic, but also your life will be full of sunshine. Trust me, I will bring the sunshine to you. Okay. Yes, I will definitely bring the sunshine. So this is what you get when you watch this channel. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would recommend that you subscribe today because you're going to learn to be bolder, to be a more authentic speaker. And when you leave, you're just going to have that confidence and people are going to start asking you, what happened? Do you have a man in your life? Do you have a woman in your life? Like, what happened? If you got a job, if you won the lottery, so you will get that. And I bring it. This is me. This is how I bring it. And this is what I'm here to deliver. So I'd love to find out who you are, as I said before. But today I really want to talk about building an audience by all means necessary. Really understanding your audience, because once you understand your audience, you're able to build it. And I'm going to talk about the reason why we don't do that. We don't, build our audience really well, and we don't understand it. So today, you also have an opportunity if you are a YouTuber or a small business on YouTube. I'm going to give you guys a little shout out, but you must do something for me first. You need to make sure that you subscribe to the channel, that you let me know who you are, where you're watching from. Let me know what your business is. Let me know what your channel is about and why, what makes you so interesting that people need to follow you online on YouTube or on other platforms. So just to let you know, there are people who will be watching this on replay. So to my replay people, I got you. And to my secret watchers, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We always say hello to all of our audiences because there's audiences who are present and there are audiences who are not present. But whatever it is, we get things going. So another thing that you can do tonight, you can ask me questions and I will try to answer your question near the end or at some point in the middle. So do make sure you ask me questions in the comment section. So go ahead, just drop your questions in the comment section and I will make sure to answer that for you. Okay. And finally, at the end, if there's something that you want to ask me more, and if you really need more help into building your speaking and becoming more authentic, there's an opportunity for you to speak to me on the one-to-one, and you can actually speak to me directly by booking a call. Okay, let's get to it. Let's talk about audience building because that's really what we're about, right? Yeah, that's what we're about. Okay, so today I feel like audience building is a big one. It's the beginning of a new month. It's February. Yes, February. I love February. February is great and it just means that we're growing. We're going through this month at a pace that is different from other months, right? So we passed January 2021 and all of these little things that we're experiencing are things that are new, right? They're new to us. They're completely new. So going through February is going to be one of those things where there's so many things that we want to achieve. But for me, every month from 2021, I've decided to give it a theme. So January, if you watch all my live from January, if you watch some of my videos, or if you're in my group, our month of January was all about being intentional. Now, being intentional is all about planning, strategizing, know where you're going, because if you're not intentional, then what will happen is you will lose focus. People will not show up for you. You won't get the result that you want if you're not intentional. So really, January was about being intentional. But February, are you ready for February? Because February is all about being bold. I want you to write it down in the comment. being bold. Say, Matty, I am bold. I am bold. In February, I'm going to be bold. It's going to happen in here. Matty, February, for me, I am going to be bold. Write it down in the comment. Let me see it. Give me a little like. Give me a little heart in the comment section so I can see it. I can see that you're here. I can see that you're liking it. It's about being bold, okay? I declare it. I want it for you and I want it for me that this month is going to be bold. We're all going to be bold. So I would love to find out from you later on what you've achieved so far and what you're looking forward to be bold is, but we've got to be bold. Now, there's one reason, there's some of the reason why we don't seem to grow our audience, especially because I understand that some of you are very new to maybe the YouTube world, maybe the video world, maybe you have a business or a project or an idea and you're really just growing. Now, I know that I have zero audience. It is really, really difficult to grow. And the reason why we struggle with that is because one, we're afraid of showing people who we are. Yeah, we are afraid of showing people who we are because if we do show people who we are, maybe they won't like us. You know, so that's one of the reasons why we don't grow our audience, because we're afraid of showing people we are. We don't believe in ourselves. We don't believe in the potential that we have, that we can share and that we can bring something to the rest of the world. And trust me, I'm speaking from experience, okay? I am speaking from experience, trust me. You know, a lot of the times when you are trying to build some kind of an audience, you have to remember an audience is a relationship, okay? Your audience are your people. They are your cheerleaders. Your audience have got your back. I need you to remember this. Your audience has got your back. Now you're gonna say, Matthew, that don't make any sense. How does my audience have my back? Okay, how does my audience have my back? Let me say something. When you are presenting something and when you tell people, this is what I'm about to do, this is where I want you to be at this time, people come with expectations. They don't come with expectations that you're going to let them down. They're going to come with expectations that you are going to ruin things for them. They come ready, they come prepared, they come knowing that you have got something. Okay? So when I say that your audience has your back and your audience is ready for you, I know what I'm talking about, because your audience doesn't come with this, oh my God, this is going to be a bad event. Oh my God, this is going to be a terrible training. They don't come up with that attitude. You with me? You feel me? Imagine, like, you know, when you show up to your favorite show up to Mary J. Blige concerts, you're gonna show up to a, I don't know, Tina concert, Janet Jackson, you know what I mean? And you, in your mind, you don't think that, you know, Mary J. Blige or Tina Turner or Janet Jackson is gonna, you are rooting for them, even when they're late, even when technical problems happen, even when things happen that, you know, make this the experience worse than it is. So what you really need to believe is you have to start believing in your audience, and you need to start believing in yourself. You with me? If you're with me, I am with you. Okay? And do me a favor. Why don't you share this live with someone that needs to watch it right now? Get a friend so they can watch with you. Share it right now so that you can spread this live today bold. Okay, another thing about, you know, growing your audience, as I said, the first thing is that we don't believe in ourselves. You know, we don't want to share. It's more about, you know, what other people are going to say. We have this feeling and this thought of what's the word, when you are pretending, when you are an imposter. That's what that's what I'm looking for. The imposter syndrome. We have the feeling of imposter syndrome. And because we have the feeling of imposter syndrome, we are not going to share. Okay. But building an audience is really about taking steps that are going to blow your mind, taking steps that are way more than you are doing, getting out of your comfort zone. All right. So if you're still with me, let me know in the comments. Say, yes, Matty, I am with you. I'm with you. So I know, because you guys, I've noticed you guys love my stories. You absolutely love my stories. I want a story about being bolder. And this story is not to do with growing on video, but this is growing my audience in my first early days of becoming a small business. And I'm going to tell you where it goes. All right, you with me? Give me a little sip. So about more than 10 years ago, we'll say about that time, I think it was around, I was starting my own business at the time. I was trying to grow my audience, grow my client list, grow my influence, so that I could get clients, I could get prospects. You know, I could make a name for myself. So my first business was career coaching. As some of you know, my background is career coaching and training. So as I was growing, I used to have an event called Tell It Like It Is. That was years and years ago. And through that event, I got invited to a career fair. And this was like a major, major, major career fair for I think it was students. And but it wasn't as big as I thought it would be. It just had a name. Okay. It wasn't, I believe it was a career fair for prospects. Now, prospects, if you're in the UK, if you're from the UK, big like career organization for to give advice to people who are going through career changes, or students. So I went to this career fair, and I was sharing a really, really simple stool. I guess it's like a kitchen table that I was sharing with one of my collaborators. And we ended up, setting our table, right this lovely, lovely lady. She was just talking to us, and she was asking us, how long have you been doing this? I noticed that she was asking so many questions, and she was really interested. So I started talking to her. I asked a bit more questions about her, and we just got along. And little did I know that this woman was actually the director of this career fair, from this the career website, the career division. So she gives me a card, and she gives me this leaflet, and she says, I would love you to come and become a keynote speaker at our Excel conference in London, at the Excel conference. Now, the Excel conference is a huge, huge conference. It's a big, big platform if you're a speaker. It's a big exhibition hall, and if you know anything about it, let me know in a comment. But it's huge. And for for me, I thought, okay, this must be some kind of dream. There must be some kind of mistake. But no, she gave me her card. I took the card. I looked it up, and I thought to myself, so hold on a second, is that your name? And she said, yeah, that's me. And I realized that she was a director. So I said, okay, great. And at the back of the card, there were opportunities to actually hire different tables and stools and booths, so that you can, exhibit what you're actually doing. Cut a long story short, I said yes. I thought, why not? I've never done this before, guys. Never, ever, ever in my life. But at this stage, it was all about making bold steps. Okay. This was uncommon, uncomfortable, and something that I'd never done before. So I took the step. I decided, okay, let's do this. I spoke to my collaborator, I spoke to my business partner. I said, what do you think? We could go there, we could, get a lot of clients, get a lot of eyes on us. People would know who we are. The only thing we have is the internet. So she said, yeah, great. And on the back of the leaflet, it had this thing where it's £50. In my mind, it was £250. So, but in fact, it wasn't. So we said, okay, cool, great. We'll hire a booth. We'll put, she'll put half, I'll put half, and 125. Boom, we can hire the booth. Come the next day, I contacted the office and I said, okay, great. So I'm going to be a keynote speaker at this event on such and such date. But what I wanted to know is, if I can also hire a booth. And the gentleman who was in charge of this whole booth said to me, well, you're going to be a speaker. You're an invited speaker, so you're a special guest, but that's great. But what what you must know is that the booth are actually £250 per square meter. And at this stage, I almost dropped. I said, okay, right. £250 per square meter, which I completely did not have the money. Now, you must understand that at this stage, I'm thinking to myself, just like anyone else, I'm a new business. I don't know anything. I don't know anyone. And I'm just using my luck, if I can call it luck. But at this stage, I'm being offered an opportunity and I need to figure out what I need to do. So I said to the gentleman, okay, I don't have £250 to pay per square meter because it sounds like it's going to be like maybe 2 or 3 grand. And he says, yes, about 3 grand. That's how much it is. So I said to him, look, this is the truth. I am a startup business. I'm tiny, like really, 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 really small. But you know what I'm willing to do? I'm willing to wait for the next person who is, willing, who's going to drop off, who decides that, they can't take their booth and you need to fill the booth. So I don't mind being the last one. So he said, no worries. I know what to do. I'm going to speak back to the director and get back to you. So I waited for about 30 minutes. And during that time, what I could think was, I'm going to have to find 3 grand to pay to go to this event, not just to be a speaker, because I'm being a guest speaker for free, but to be able to get more eyes on my business, I'm going to have to pay 3 grand. So I'm sweating and I'm like, okay, but look, I'm being bold. I'm taking the initiative and I'm just saying, look, let's risk it. Okay. And this is what I call newbie's luck, because I was a newbie. I didn't know what I was doing. So the guy comes back to me probably about 45 minutes and he says, okay, Massey, I have a solution for you. So I spoke to the director and she says, for £300, and you have to pay, any extras, electricity or lights and whatever. And yes, that's all you have to pay. And all I could say was, in my mind, I was literally screaming, ah! I'm paying this booth with pound. Literally, in my mind, all I could say was, this is not real. Anyway, I said thanks to the man. He put the phone down. I started screaming. My friends came down the stairs, and asked me what was going on and told them what happened. And they were like, wow, this is major and this is major and this is dope. So to cut a long story short, I managed to, with beginner's luck and my bold actions and my bold steps, to get into one of the most influential places as a tiny, and I say a tiny little bitty weenie business that I thought I was. But because of the steps that I decided to take, my boldness, my audience increased. So, which meant that at the event, I was able to collect names, numbers, emails. I was able to pull a big crowd when it came to speaking at the event. And that was a major, major thing. Major, major thing. So let me ask you a question. What kind of bold step would you like to take this year, specifically in the month of February, that's going to up your game when it comes to building your audience online? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what kind of big steps you would like to increase and what kind of steps you want to do. Let me know. So even if you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comment, what kind of big step would you like to take this February so that you are more seen on the internet? All right. Let me know in a comment. So let me say something to you. I'm going to share something that I get a lot of people say, that they think that sometimes when, you know, when people don't know you, when they've just met you, they might say, well, you know, you managed to get 500 subscribers or 900 followers or whatever, or you have a big name for yourself. But they don't actually see the work and the effort that you put to get into it. And that effort requires a lot of time and resources. Now, some people might say, well, that person is lucky, or that person is fortunate because, you know, they've got the looks, the style, the whole presentation. But no one, as I said this and I posted this on various occasions on my social media, everybody starts with zero. Even your biggest YouTubers or your biggest influencers, we all start with zero. Free luck is case when I bumped into this woman, this director of the career department for the students career department. I had no idea that, you know, mind that I wanted to grow my audience, and I knew that growing my audience in places where my audience would be hanging out, in places where there's more of those people, right? So exposing myself in places where there's more of those people. Building my audience meant also taking a risk. You know, I took the risk of asking. Sometimes we don't ask enough. We don't ask enough, and we don't get because we don't ask. Sometimes we don't take another step further because we might see the price, or we might see the number, and we're like, oh my God, I can't do this. You know, I can't get to that level. It's a feeling of overwhelm. It's a feeling of intimidation. You might feel intimidated. Start getting resources. Because let me tell you something. I never, you know, when I first started making videos, I did not own a tripod. My tripod was a bunch of shoe boxes, including books. That's right. It was my chair. Then on top of my chair, you had two shoe boxes. And on top of those two shoe boxes, there were a couple of books. And let's not forget blue tag. Okay. The little sticky stuff. I don't have any blue tag next to me, but I will show it to you. Let's not forget blue tag. Blue tag was literally the thing that was holding my camera. If I didn't start being resourceful and think outside the box, I'd be thinking, well, you know, I don't have a tripod. I can't film. I don't have a camera. Well, you know, I mean, my phone is not the greatest quality, but you've got to start with what you have. Okay. Whatever audience you have right now, because we all have an audience, you have to start speaking to that audience. You've got to start driving traffic back to your platform. So the platform that you are, you know, you want to grow from, the platform that you want to be known from, the platform you want to position yourself from. That's where you want to start. So you want to start diverting traffic, and you know, beginner's fame or beginner's luck, but it's that kind of beginner's thing where, you know, you can literally ask for anything. Beginners period is that time frame where you can literally go and ask your friends, can you please watch my channel? Can you please subscribe? You can do that. You can do that because it doesn't really matter. Those people, remember, those people are there to support you. Beginners, you know, time frame is that time frame where you can ask silly questions, and questions that, you know, people with more experience wouldn't normally ask. But it's okay for you because you're still a small person. You're still just a beginner. So beginners have a lot more opportunities of taking risk because there's not a huge factors of losing out. You're not going to lose a lot of money. You know, you're not going to lose on your equipment failing on you. You're not going to lose on losing followers or subscribers. You may not lose that. The only thing that you're going to lose is not actually taking the steps. So you've got to do it. You've got to start building, as I said, by any means necessary. So let's look at, how do we build when we don't have an audience? So as I said this before in a lot of my lives before, I was talking to you about understanding, understanding the person that you're speaking to, understanding, the audience that you're dealing with. So if you understand what I'm saying, let me know in the comments. So you're with me. So I know that you're still with me here. I know that you're that the internet might be cussing out a little bit, but let me know in the comment. So Edwina says, yes, start speaking to your audience. I want you to think about your audience as though you were building some kind of relationship. Yeah, everybody likes that relationship kind of thing. Yeah, I know we're in February, the love month. Everybody's looking for that relationship. Yeah. I want you to think about an audience the same way you would build a relationship. When you like somebody, when you want to get to know them, whether it's going to be a long-term or a short-term thing, you're not going to get into their face and say, hey, look, pick me. I want to be your number one. I want to be your only one. I want us to go long-term. I want us to have a family, get married, whatever. You don't say that to people. You don't say that to people. They'll run. You don't scare them, do you? I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't do that. Let me know in the comment. Do you ever do that when you meet someone for the first time? When you meet someone you want to be friends with, or you meet a guy or a girl that you like? Is that what you say? Is that what you say? Because if that's what you say, we can't be friends anymore. We can't be friends. Okay. Hopefully that's not what you say. I'm going to be serious now. Yes, I can see Adrina's laughing. That's not what we say. That's not what we say. However, on a serious note, yeah, when you get to know someone, you take your time. You find out things about them. You find out, what they love, what they hate, what bugs them, what places they like to hang out, what kind of things they like to do, what kind of things are, like a downer, what kind of things are non-negotiables. You find out all these type of information from those specific people. And it's important to find all this information from that person or from those people you're getting to know, because that's going to help you in the long run. That's going to help you when, you're going to go on that special date. It's going to help you when you're going to have that anniversary. You're going to be able to remember the birthdays, their favorite color, their favorite perfume, what they love to eat. And it's going to help you to score brownie points. Yeah? So it's a little bit the same way when you are building an audience. You need to understand what your audience is facing, right? Because in order for you to create more content, in order for you to be able to deliver to a virtual audience, you've got to understand what they want. So one thing you can start doing is you can start asking questions. If you have some kind of group or some kind of small community, maybe not on YouTube, maybe on I don't know, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you can start asking people questions, asking them, what are they struggling with? Doing some research about your audience. I'm not sure what your audience currently is, but whatever it is, those people have a problem that you have to solve, which is why you're here. You're learning, you're showing them that you can solve a problem. You're showing them that, you can resolve, whatever issues they have, and you have solutions for them. You with me? You're with me? Let me know in the comment if you're with me. Tell me, yes, Maddie. I know what you mean. Let me know in the comments. Say, I know what you mean, Matty. So you want to really understand your audience, and understanding your audience is going to help you to create better videos. And when you are about to speak virtually, whether you're delivering a training or even a Zoom session, you'll be able to connect better. Now, the good thing about understanding your audiences, if you can also know them by names, by age, by those specific things that make them different. It personalizes the relationship. Everybody knows that when you remember their name and you remember how to say it correctly, it's an automatic brownie point. Yeah. Do you guys know how to say my name? Do you guys know how to say? Do you know how to say my name? Okay. Mati Lisika Minsende. Mati Lisika Minsende. You can try it. You can try it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah. It scores brownie point, especially when that person has maybe a foreign name that's not usual to you, or it's a very difficult thing to say. But understanding who you're talking to, calling your virtual audience by name, and getting to know who they are, and mentioning them, pulling them out, gives that personal touch. So I want you to remember this when you're growing your audience. Think about all these other things. Think about, where do I find them? Is my audience off YouTube, or is my audience on another platform or on another channel? Because your audience will most probably be on another channel. Your audience will probably be on a channel where there's a lot more traffic, or on a platform where there's a lot more traffic. So you've got to start thinking about, how does that work? Yeah, you with me? So if you are currently building an audience, let me know, what kind of audience are you currently building? What kind of audience are you currently looking to build at this very moment? And what are the difficulties that your audience is facing, and how are you helping them to change that? Let me know in the comments so I can see and I can respond. So the other thing I want to kind of encourage you about building your audience is having the stamina to keep you going, having the stamina to continue to pursue, because it's not going to happen overnight. It's one of those things that it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of practice, a little bit of put together until you get to where you want to go. So as I said, if you already have people that are following you, drive traffic to your main platform and go and look for your audience in places where they would be hanging out, and bring them back to you until you build and build and build. Now, building an audience is also, as when I first started, building an audience meant collecting people's telephone numbers, or contact details, so we can keep in touch, so I could let them know of any new things that I was doing, anything they might be interested in, depending on what my audience was for. If it was just an audience that were fans, or if it was maybe just an audience that would be going to become, eventually customers, or eventually people that I would work with, or collaborators. Whatever the reason that I was collecting those contacts for, that was the purpose of me connecting further on. Have a reason to follow up with that person. If you don't have a reason to follow up with that person, it's going to be an awkward thing, like when you exchange number with that person that you like, with that guy that you like. Yeah, you got to have a reason. The reason might be a date. The reason might be, yeah, it might be a date. It might be a special moment. So you got to have a reason to ask people, that exchange of details. That's going to help you to grow your audience. So I want you to think about that. Think about it for a minute. Think about it for a minute. And then I'm going to give you a chance to ask me some questions about building an audience today, and what does it take. Have some more juice. So I'm just checking your messages right here so I can see what you're writing down. Thank you, Break Out the Box. Okay, so I'm going to today I wanted to really get you going because it is the beginning of February, a beginning of a new month, and I really want to get you going on this challenge of being bolder. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, feel free to leave a comment right now or leave a comment in the chat. You can always speak to me after this live. I've left some information just in the comment below so that you can get in touch with me. So whether you want to ask me more questions, maybe you want to build your confidence in different ways, maybe you need someone to help you review how you present yourself and you've been presenting for a long time and maybe you need that extra help. Maybe you need someone to help you review how you film yourself or how your channel is doing. I just created a video the other day, a short video which you guys loved, all about how do you film when you are filming a video. How do you so if you haven't watched it, there's a lot of feedback on that, but I want you to start thinking and get in touch if you really need that extra push and that extra help. So if you want me to give you a shout out on this channel today, which I might not be able to do for those of you who are here and those of you who are watching on the replay, here's what you need to do. Okay, if you're watching on the replay or even if you're here, what you need to do is you need to let me know the reason why you do what you do. What is the purpose of your channel or your up and coming channel that you are creating? And let me know why people should follow what you do and what you are trying to achieve. I want to see a really well thought out reason, because you've got to know that reason. In order for you to position yourself in front of your audience, you've got to be able to spread that message, the reason why they should follow you, the reason why it's vital, what they will learn from knowing you. So if you want me to give you a shout out on this platform, make sure you do that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you like this video and share with someone else. Okay. Once you've done that, if when we finish this live and I haven't seen it, once you've done that, make sure you come back and you tag me either on Instagram or on Facebook and say, hey, Matty, or DM me. Hey, I was watching your live the other day and I left you a little comment and the reason why my channel or what I'm doing is important and why my audience should follow me. And I'll see who has the best explanation, and I will start on this platform on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to leave you today with this, and I really want you to start thinking about being bolder, taking steps that are going to really push you to the limit, but by all means and by any means more resourceful, take further actions in everything that you're about to do. So if you've loved this live today, or if you enjoyed it, and if you want me to talk about more things or new things, do leave me a comment and let me know what it is that you'd like me to talk about for the next live or add to this. And I will see you in our next Real Talk Tuesday. All right, my lovelies, I hope you had a great day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Thank you, my loves. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.